YouTube? It's Justin, aka Demonic Sweaters, here with a Linux and Alesis Nitro mesh tutorial, and was making sure I got the name right there for a second. It sounded weird to me, but yeah, it's Alesis Nitro mesh. That's the electronic drum set that I got and I've been posting videos about. And right here beside me is my very old 2004 iBook G4. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually running from the MIDI out, USB MIDI out, on the Alesis Nitro mesh into the iBook, running Ubuntu Linux 16.04 with the Fluidsynth sound font player plugin. And I'm using that basically to play a sound font that I created of my own acoustic drum set a couple of months ago. I've actually created several of these of different kits that I've had over the years. And you may have seen some of my posts if you watched my channel in the past, where I post them to download, and you can load them into Rose Garden and things like that, and use them as your drum sound. And they're really cool. And so I figured this would be a good way to be able to trigger my own samples by using these sound fonts, and it actually is. The only problem that I ran into actually isn't a problem with controlling. It's actually of how I sampled the drum kit. I never sampled a pedal closing with my foot, which is unfortunate, so I don't have that sound, but I can use my hi-hat pedal as an extra bass drum if I want to. But I do have an open hi-hat sound and a two closed hi-hat sound, so there's a nice range of tightly closed to middle closed to fully open. But anyway, I wanted to show you how I did this. It's very simple actually, but I'm going to switch the camera over so you can see the screen, and I'll just sort of walk you through what I did. Okay, so what you're looking at here on the screen, we have my console as well as my jack audio connection kit, which is right here, as well as this little thing right here is actually just a audio recorder called Time Machine, and I just have Fluidsynth running into that. So the demo that you heard me play in the beginning, that's how I recorded that. All you do is just press this giant button, and it's basically just a big record button. But anyway, that's not really what this is about. What it is about is here in my console. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. If you can't, I'll just describe what I'm doing. Basically, all this is, Fluidsynth is a sound font player, and it plays SF2 files. And there's a really cool program, if you go back in my older videos about how to create sound fonts, there's a cool program for Linux called Swami. That actually used to work great. I actually haven't tried it in a while, but I know in Ubuntu 18.04 it was broken, but it still does work in 16.04. And I'm not sure about 19.04 because I haven't used it. But anyway, all you need are a bunch of samples, and you can create these SF2 files, and then you can load them into something like Fluidsynth, which is what I have right here. And Fluidsynth is very easy to use. If I quit out of here, let me just close it real quick. Okay, so now you'll notice that my Fluidsynth plugin went away here in my connections. So if I just open this up again, I have a couple of different sound fonts, but in my samples folder, all you have to do is just type in Fluidsynth and then the name of the sound font you want to open. I have these in my samples folder in my home directory, so I'm just going to start typing it in here. And this is Imperialstar.sf2. And this is actually a complete set of samples of the Tama Imperialstar drum kit that you see me play in a lot of my videos, which is my cool little bop drum kit. And a while ago, a couple years ago actually, I sampled the whole thing, and I've used it, the samples in a lot of stuff, but this is the first time actually triggering it with an electronic drum set, which is really neat. So all I have to do is just connect Fluidsynth to Time Machine and then to System so I can hear it. And then if we go into Fluidsynth and we type help, it gives you a whole list of things that you can get help with. And general is basically like tells you all your volume controls and all that stuff like that. And reverb will give you your reverb level. So I'm going to turn reverb off by typing reverb 0. And that'll turn off reverb. And then I'm also going to type gain 2. And that will turn my gain to 2, which is pretty loud, I think. And let me check it real quick. I'll put on my headphones. I need to connect my MIDI. And then if we go into the jack audio connection kit also, you can see Alesis Nitro just pops right up there. And we just connect this to Fluidsynth like that. And now I'm hearing my drums again. So, all right, so the other thing you'll probably encounter when you go to trigger your own drums with the Nitro is some of the samples, some of the triggers won't actually trigger the correct drums unless you make a couple adjustments. And it's very easy to do that. All you have to do is go into the voice settings as if you were creating a custom drum kit, and just keep tapping page until you get down to the MIDI selection. It just says mid. And then as you can see, if I just change, you can hear that that's the snare right now. But if I just change this number, you can hear all the different channels, MIDI channels that I put those samples on. So once you make all the selections you want, basically all you have to do at that point is just save your kit like you would any other time. So I'm just going to put this on kit 33 because I don't have anything there yet. Tap save. And now my Tama Imperialstar drum kit is mapped correctly and is saved for the number 33. Alright, so that just shows you some of the many awesome things you can do with the Alesis Nitro Mesh. And I'm really happy with this thing. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Making a lot of music. It's actually, I find it quite inspiring to be able to play right here in my apartment and not disturb anybody, which is really nice. And yeah, it's really cool that it works with Linux too, especially on like a really old system like this one. It has no problem. Jack just recognizes it right away, or ALSA I should say. Recognizes it right away as MIDI, and I don't think you would have any problems on Windows or Mac as well. Well, I know Windows you don't because I've tried it already. And Mac, probably not. I'm assuming that it would work right away out of the box. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can always let me know by subscribing or clicking like. And you can check out my other videos if you like. And thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.